Sassy, Frank. Hey, Frank, what are the indicators for you that the defense is doing what you're looking for and kind of executing at a high level?
I think the communication and deflections are the first thing. You know, how active we are weak side. You know, we had last two games we're playing against, you know, players in Dame and Steph that require double teams constantly all night. So you really have to be active, and you know, I think the communication and the deflections are the two biggest factors for me.
And then just generally without AD, LeBron was talking about, because of course it's going to take a little time to find the rhythm for guys to know how much to step up and where. What have you seen on that front over these last two?
Yeah, we've sort of tweaked and adjusted each game that's gone by, whether we're winning or losing, and you know, just look for subtle ways to adjust what we're doing and find a little bit of a new identity. You know, obviously you lose somebody like Anthony, you change somewhat. You know, so we're continuing to work through that, and we'll continue to adjust. And you know, it's been great to have Dennis back in the lineup the last two games, giving us a huge lift.
I think Dennis was something like plus 38, if I'm looking at that.
32.
Plus 32, just some absurd number. Most of it in the first quarter. Was it just his pace, you think, or sort of his overall sort of thrust on both sides? I don't know if that's a good word or not, but what was it?
Well, our starters played terrific. You know, I think that's a part of it. Every time you look at the plus minus, it's, you know, it's the player, but it's also the group that he's out there with. And you know, I think our starters had a mindset to you know, make sure we took care of business against a team that stole one last time they were here, and really came out motivated in that first quarter.
Dave?
Like, how do you feel about the job you do, punch to the clock, when you win the game and you only have to play LeBron James 24 minutes?
I sleep better at night, that's for sure. You know, we want to make sure that we're managing him the best we can. He wants to be in there, and you know, you respect that about him. So you know, you just got to make sure that, you know, as the games go by, you try to stay away from overtime. You know, that's been the biggest problem with the minutes for us is all the overtime games that we've had. But you know, you welcome nights like this where you can keep those minutes low.
Frank, especially at the end of that first quarter, where it seemed like LeBron especially was so disruptive to what the Warriors wanted to do. When you look at these past two games together and what you guys have accomplished defensively, how much has familiarity and just knowledge of the opponent played a role?
Yeah, I mean, we played a whole series of this defensive coverage last year against Portland. And then some of the movement stuff with Steph, our coverages are similar to the way we guarded Duncan Robinson in the finals. You know, so there is a familiarity piece with you know, those two playoff opponents that we had and these last two opponents we had in the regular season. So you know, when the group is connected and we're working with the new guys, you know, to learn these schemes, you know, it just helps us be a step sooner to things. You know, I think you saw that tonight.
Last three, Rashawn.
Coach, you guys went through that skid. You were below 100 points 3 of those 4 games. Tonight you got 99 or at the end of the third. What more than anything has changed offensively?
Well, I think it's both ends, right? I think our defense has really picked up the last 2 games, and when we're getting stops without fouls, we get out on the break, and you know, that's when we're at our best offensively. You know, when we're not getting stops and we're walking it up each time, and you know, trying to play in the half court, you know, things can be a little more challenging. But you know, I think having Dennis back has helped our guys sort of return to their normal roles, and you know, we sort of returned to form, so to speak, on that side of the ball offensively.
Yeah. So before it cut off, I was just saying, people after, you know, losing the 4, of course, what's changed? It seems everybody's a little more fired up. You know, shots start to fall. Just wondering if anything clicked after those losses, or.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just staying the course. You know, I mean, we're believing in one another. We're going to have rough patches throughout the season. I remember going back to start the season saying there's going to be some ugly nights with the quick turnaround, and you know, we hit that stretch just then when Anthony and then Dennis goes down. Get into a little bit of an adjustment period, but we keep grinding. stick to our principles, make subtle tweaks, and obviously getting Dennis back has really helped us. And it's been great to see. Tonight was great to see Bron, be able to take the fourth quarter off, get some rest.
And Dan has a follow-up.
Frank, before the game, we saw AD doing some light kind of on-court shooting and stuff like that. Has that? I guess, what is that? Is that new in his progression? And is there anything else that he's been doing?
Yeah, it's just light shooting. We're still on track to for the 4-week plan.